Hey everyone, this next video is really going to focus on how to improve loading of your back leg in gait. Or whenever you take a step, any sort of movement you do where your back leg has to load, we're really going to focus on what happens at that hip. So kind of we talked about in our blog post, we kind of referred to the front of the hip as the front butt. We have our back butt back here, we have our front butt right here. So we really want to focus on what's known as extension in our hip flexor area. We also want to focus on abduction. So basically our hips are kind of moving away from our fixed foot. And then of course we also want to focus on some internal rotation, because of course our hip is still rotating faster than our femur and our back leg, and that's creating internal rotation. So we want to kind of couple those three movements together, and we're going to use a band to help create this reaction for you. So again, use a doorway, use a stable surface you can wrap a band around, or use a door anchor that you can place in between a door and wrap the band around that. And for this, I'm going to use a heavy green band to get some really good distraction between my hip and my femur and create some really good space in my hip flexor. So we're going to go after my left leg so you guys can kind of see it from the video here. And I'm going to take the band, I'm going to pull it all the way up as high as it can go on my hip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kneel down. I'm going to take this heavy kettlebell, hopefully I don't fall over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it behind my left leg there, and so if you can see, my left leg is now internally rotated a little bit. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to basically go and drive my hips forward, just kind of contract, relax, hold that position, kind of contract, relax right there. I can also push down on the band if I want to add some more resistance. Just kind of contract, relax, kind of hold for about 3 or 4 seconds, then relax. Just kind of let the band do most of the work as you kind of squeeze your glute as you go forward. And then and then of course the other two pieces of that is if you want to hit it from some different angles, you also can go a little side to side, especially really shooting your hips out to the right here, which will cause more abduction in your left hip to really stretch out that groin area and your hip flexors. And then you also can add a little bit of rotation to the left to really open up those rotator muscles of your hip. You can also add some arm movements as well, reach overhead, add some side-to-side movement as well, and some rotation with your arm. So there's a couple different variations you can play with that to really get through that left hip, but spend about 3 to 4 minutes on each leg, at least a couple times a day. And even notice, like whenever I squat down, I can really open that left leg up a bunch right there. So I have a little more stability to play with, I have a little more motion to go through that hip to help me be a little more successful. So definitely try this out. This is really a game changer as far as helping you get rid of lots of knee and low back pain that's been bothering you, especially if you're someone who sits for long periods of time at home. So you guys try that out, and we'll talk to you soon.